Hi, I'm Tawni Waters, and I am reading from my books Beauty of the Broken and Siren Song at Rosemont College for their Writers and Readers series.
Tawni Waters' debut novel, Beauty of the Broken, was released by Simon & Schuster 9 months ago. In addition to winning the International Literacy Association's Award for Young Adult Literature, which is a pretty big deal. Congratulations. It was named an exceptional book of 2015 by the Children's Book Council, was shortlisted for the Reading the West Book Award, and was included on the Kansas State Reading Circle list. Her first poetry book, Siren Song, was released by Burlesque Press in 2014. Her work was featured in Best Travel Writing 2010 and has been published in myriad journals and magazines. She has an MFA in creative writing from University of New Orleans and teaches creative writing at various universities and writers' retreats throughout the U.S. and Mexico. In her spare time, she talks to angels, humanely evict spiders from her floorboards, and plays Magdalene to a minor rock god. I should probably ask you about that, but I don't have any specific questions. So
that's all anyone ever cares about.
Yeah.
I have no planning skills whatsoever. I'm organizationally challenged. I live my life very much by the seat of my pants. I write because I love writing. I just am absolutely in love with the art of writing. And for me, it's always been an act of bliss and an act of love. Indie Press was really hands-on, and that was incredible. The editors there are two very, very close friends now because we work together so intimately. In fact, they brought my baby to me. We had Christmas together, and they brought my baby to me on Christmas Day, and we all cried, and it was this really, really beautiful bonding experience. And of course, I'm never, ever gonna probably make $20, much less $1 million from this book, but this one is I feel like this one is so close to my heart that it's just as important to me, if not more important than Beauty of the Broken. Working with Simon & Schuster was amazing. The first time I walked up to the publishing house to meet with my editor, and I saw those gold letters over the door. I get misty talking about it. Simon & Schuster, and I'm like, holy shit, I did it. We're lying under the porch. It's so hot, sweat is trickling from the sandy tips of Iggy's hair and zigzagging over his freckles, mixing with the tears that keep sneaking out of his rust-colored eyes. He's trying not to cry, I can tell. He never cries anymore, not even in front of me. But today, Daddy said he was going to kill him, and today we believe him. He'll never find us here, I whisper. When I touch Iggy's arm, I notice how small and white my hands look. My fingers tremble at my bold-faced lie. Still I say it again. He'll never find us here, Iggy. I lie partly for Iggy, partly for me. Maybe Daddy won't find us. You never know. But deep down, I know the truth. Daddy always finds us. Iggy only cries harder. He squeezes his eyes shut to make the tears stay in his head. We can hear Daddy in the house, calling for us in his thunder voice. Mara! Iggy! The way he says our names makes them sound like cuss words. If we were close enough, we would smell the whiskey on his breath and see the bulging vein in his forehead. But we aren't that close. We're under the porch praying Daddy won't find us and take the belt to Iggy. Bars of sunlight fall like slices of heaven between the slats of the porch above us. Dust swirls in the light. To me, it looks like a golden cloud. When I try to catch it like I would a firefly, it slips through my fingers. I try again. You gotta hold on to beauty when you find it. I'm just gonna do it, sis, Iggy says. I'm just gonna go out there and knock the shit out of him. No, Iggy, no. I whisper because last time Iggy tried that, Daddy nearly killed him. He was out of school for 2 weeks. Granted, Iggy was 6 inches shorter then and had a lot less muscle, but still. The thought of losing my brother scares me more than anything in the world. He's my only safe place. I'd die without him. Don't go, Iggy, I say, and he thinks for a minute. I grab Iggy's hand, and we catch some dust between our fingers. After a moment, he says, fine. The sweet smell of the corn that's ready to be harvested, and the musty smell of the mist rising from the river on the other side of the fields waft in on the breeze. We just lie there staring at the sunlight falling over our hands, noticing the way they fit together so perfectly. I watch my skin glow, thinking maybe I'm an angel sent from God to protect Iggy, because God knew what a screwed up family he lived in. I always thought that Iggy was my angel, but today I wonder if it's the other way around. When I was little, in Sunday school, they told us that angels have big, strong hands and fiery swords that they use to vanquish all their foes. They told us that no man on earth or demon from hell can stand up before the power of those flaming swords. But I feel like an angel with small hands and no sword. So this is one of my love poems. I wrote this in San Miguel de Allende, which is a piece of Mexico that I always end up going back to, and magical things always happen to me there. But this is called Sacrament, and it's for the lovely Roger. The Mexican rain rides bolts of blue lightning, dismounting on the hot, cracked ground that is so like the sound of your voice. I am here, in the land of Diego Rivera and Frida Kahlo, riding bolts of this love so thick it can only be rendered in paint or blood. She said, painters paint, weavers weave, and Frida Diego's, making him into the verb. For me, you are the verb, my reason to breathe. Today in the Jardin, when the swelling sun and the scent of gardenias left me dizzy, the only thing I could think was, I wish I could give this moment to you, wrap it up in corn husks like a tamale, and deliver it to you on a silver platter. Here, churches swallow saints' bones. They tuck skulls away in their dark mouths, in the walls, in the floors. Mary Magdalene's pitted tibia soaks up the colors of stained glass glinting in the setting sun. My bones are buried in the church of you. Thank you.